Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Citi Double Cash credit card. So I'm going to be going over the main features of this credit card. I'm going to be going over the good things, the bad things, so hopefully by the end of this video you should have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. Now, before I dive into the main features of this credit card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Also, if you would like to receive up to 12 free stocks from my partner in Webull in a pinned comment below, I will go ahead and leave a link where you can receive just that. Okay, so starting out, the Citi Double Cash card does earn you 2% cash back. Now, it's going to be 1% whenever you make your purchase, and then another 1% after you pay. Now, you don't have to make your full payment whenever you receive your bill in order to receive the 1% cash back when you pay. You just have to make the minimum payment. However, if you can, I would definitely recommend to pay your bill in full. That way you're not accumulating any interest, because you don't want to be earning all this cash back and rewards, but then in return having to pay more interest or other fees like that. Also, there are no caps on how much cash back you can receive, so it doesn't matter whether you spend $100 or $1 million, you're still going to be earning the 2% cash back in total. Again, that's going to be 1% whenever you make your purchase, and then 1% whenever you go to pay. Now, as far as redemption methods with your thank you points, there are a few different ways in which you can redeem your points into dollars. The first way is going to be through direct deposit. The second way is going to be through a statement credit, or if you would like to receive a check in the mail, that option is always there as well. In addition to that, you can also redeem your thank you points for gift cards. You can shop with your points on Amazon, use them for travel, and a whole lot more. Also, unlike some other credit cards on the market, there is no minimum amount of points that you need to have in order to redeem them, as long as you're redeeming them for either a statement credit or a direct deposit into your bank account. And I thought it would also be helpful to mention that your thank you points will never expire. So if you have some accumulated, you don't have to rush to spend them. If you want to save them up for a while to decide what you want to do with them, there's really no rush there. The only way your thank you points will expire is if your account is closed. And if your account is closed at that point, you will have 60 days to use them. Otherwise, you'll forfeit them. So if you do want to close your account later on, just make sure whenever you go to close your account that you also use your thank you points as well, whether that's through a statement credit, a direct deposit, a check in the mail, or anything else. Now, with the Citi Double Cash card, there is no annual fee, so that's another great thing, because you don't have to be shelling out, let's say, like $95 every single year just to have the card. And also, you don't have to sit around and consider whether or not the rewards that you're receiving with this card really are beneficial to having to pay an annual fee, just because there is no annual fee. However, unfortunately, there is no type of spend bonus. So like with some other credit cards on the market that say, like, if you spend $500 within the first 3 months of having the card, you'll earn something like a $200 spend bonus. Unfortunately, with the Citi Double Cash card, at least at this point in time, there is no type of spend bonus. However, one of the really great things with this credit card is right now there is a special offer where you will have a 0% intro APR on balance transfers for the first 18 months, as long as you complete this balance transfer within the first 4 months of account opening. So perhaps if you have another credit card right now where you have a higher balance and you're paying a lot of interest on that credit card every single month, you could consider transferring the balance from that credit card over to this credit card once you have this one open, and then you would have a 0% intro APR for the first 18 months, so you could end up paying less in interest over that period of time, and it will also give you a chance to catch up on those payments. Now, this should not be considered financial advice, but it is definitely something that you could consider. Now, the Citi Double Cash card also offers some pretty good protections as well. So for instance, you will be receiving 24-hour fraud protection. So Citi will alert you if they see unusual activity on your account. You also have the ability to enroll in ID theft protection, which is a service offered by MasterCard, which will basically monitor information you choose to protect and send you alerts if suspicious activity is found. And finally, you'll also have a $0 liability on unauthorized charges. So if someone does steal your credit card, whether in the physical form or perhaps online, and they go off and make a bunch of purchases with it that obviously you would not have authorized, then you will not be on the hook to pay off those purchases. In addition to that, you'll also have access to Citi Entertainment, which gives you special access to purchase tickets to different events, including pre-sale tickets and exclusive experiences, whether it's a concert, sporting event, or anything else. Now, as far as the APR goes and other fees with this credit card, starting out, you will have an APR on purchases of anywhere between 18.74 to 28.74%, of course, based on your credit worthiness. For balance transfers, like I mentioned before, there is a special 0% intro APR for 18 months from the date of your first transfer, as long as it's completed within 4 months of opening your account. After that, your APR will rise to 18.74 to 28.74% based on your credit worthiness. So of course, you will want to make sure to have that paid off in full, if possible, within that 18-month time frame. And on top of that, for each balance transfer, there will be a fee of either $5 or 3% of the amount of each transfer, whichever is greater, and this will of course be during the first 4 months of the account opening. After that, the fee will go even higher, up to either $5 or 5% of the amount of each transfer, whichever happens to be greater. So if you do want to do one of these balance transfers, just make sure that you do it within 4 months of opening your account. That way you'll receive the 0% special intro APR. Now, as far as cash advances go, which I would strongly recommend staying very far away from, there will be a fee of either $10 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever is greater. And on top of that, you will have an APR of all the way up to 29.99%. Now, in addition to that, this credit card unfortunately does have a foreign transaction fee. It is at 3%. So if you do happen to travel abroad, if you happen to travel outside the country, this would probably be a credit card you would want to leave at home, just because it does have a 3% foreign transaction fee. This is also a credit card that you probably won't want to pay late on, because if you do pay late, there is a late payment fee of up to $41. And then if there is a return payment, there is also a fee of up to $41. Okay, so now that I went over the main features of this credit card, I'm now going to go into what I would consider to be the best things and the worst things of this card, the pros and the cons. So I'm going to start out with the pros. So the first pro I would consider with this credit card is the fact that you are going to be earning 2% cash back, which beats a lot of the other credit cards on the market. Secondly, you do have that balance transfer option. So if you do complete a balance transfer on this card within the first 4 months of the account opening, you will have a special 0% intro APR for the first 18 months. Now keep in mind, there are going to be the other fees there with the balance transfer, so you'll definitely need to keep that in mind, but that would definitely be a big benefit of this card. And finally, there is no annual fee with this credit card, so you don't have to worry about shelling out, say, like $95 each and every year with this credit card like you do with other credit cards. So you're going to be earning 2% cash back, and you don't have to worry about paying any type of annual fee with this credit card. And really, in general, you won't have to pay any fees at all, as long as you're paying on time and you're paying in full. Now, as far as the cons go, I would say the biggest drawback, at least in my eyes, is the fact that at this point in time, there is no spend bonus. So with many other credit cards currently out there in the market, you will be offered some type of spend bonus. So you might have to spend, let's say, like $500 within the first 3 months of your account opening. And if you're able to do that, in return, you'll receive $200 cash back. Unfortunately, with the Citi Double Cash card, there is no type of spend bonus offered at this point in time. So that is a huge drawback in my eyes. Now, the second drawback I would say is that there are no special categories. Now, 2% cash back is pretty good across the board. It beats many other credit cards in the market, but it would be pretty great if, say, they offered like 3 to 5% cash back in some other type of category. Now, with that said, if you would like to do that, perhaps you could consider pairing this card, pairing the Citi Double Cash card with the Citi Custom Cash card, because the Citi Custom Cash card will earn 5% cash back in your top spending category. So you could use this card to earn 2% cash back on everything, and then use the Citi Double Cash card in just one category, like in groceries or on gas. So you'd be earning 2% cash back in pretty much every category, and then 5% cash back in the category of your choice, whether it's groceries, gas, or anything else. And finally, the last drawback in my eyes is the fact that there is that 3% foreign transaction fee. So if you do plan to travel abroad anytime soon, this is a credit card that you'll definitely want to leave at home because you will have to pay the 3% foreign transaction fee. And there are other credit cards out there in the market, most notably like by say Capital One, that do not currently charge any type of foreign transaction fee. So that would be pretty much the last drawback in my eyes. Now, to sum everything up here, I would say this is a pretty good card in general. You are going to be earning 2% cash back, which is pretty good. You're not going to be paying any type of annual fee. However, unfortunately, you do not earn any type of spend bonus. So there are other credit cards out there on the market, most notably like the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card, that also earns 2% cash back across the board, does not have an annual fee. But with that credit card, you will be earning a $200 spend bonus as long as you spend at least $500 within the first 3 months of having the card. So I would have to say the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card would beat this card, the Citi Double Cash. But all in all, you really can't go wrong with the Citi Double Cash Card. I would just prefer some of the other cards out there on the market just because they do offer a spend bonus. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.